Every new year brings opportunities to get rich. That is why one of the most common New Year's resolutions is to attain financial freedom. However, most people fail because they lack a basic understanding of what to do to get their finances in order. Robert Kiyosaki offers tips on how you can successfully invest. Keep watching to stay informed of our eye-opening financial tips to implement in 2024. Although Robert Kiyosaki is not yet a billionaire, his success in investing is commendable. His advice on how to grow your wealth is timeless. For instance, he agrees that 80% of your success as an investor comes down to 20% of what you earn. If you have been investing for years without much success, it is time to do things differently. Many investors are tempted to make impulse decisions in response to changes in the market. In the process, they make many mistakes that lead to failure. Your story in the coming year should be different. So, how should you improve your odds as a success as an investor? Robert Kiyosaki knows the answer. Let us flip Kiyosaki's playbook to find out. Step number 1. Understand the basic rules. Everything in the world has its rules, and investing is no exception. Before you embark on your investment journey in the coming year, it is essential to be armed with a basic knowledge of the do's and don'ts. Think of investing as a sport such as golf. Even Tiger Woods, one of the greatest golfers of all time, had to learn how to swing the golf club and hit the ball for the first time. You must learn the rules of the game to excel in it. Never learning about the basics of investing is like gambling your hard-earned money. Now let us turn our attention to specific rules of Kiyosaki's school of thought. Have a positive mindset about finances. Your beliefs influence your thoughts, which in turn inform your actions and habits. It is the beliefs and attitudes that you have about finances that shape your mindset. Having a positive mindset enables you to make sound decisions, while a negative attitude will result in poor decisions. 2024 is fast approaching. If you want to taste success in your investment in the coming year, changing your mentality about money and investing is essential. Investing is not a game of luck, but a game of skill. To become a successful investor, it is imperative to understand how money works. This knowledge will give you a head start as you start your investment journey. You may wonder what exactly constitutes a positive viewpoint. It is having a proactive approach to everything and the belief that you can achieve your financial goals regardless of the circumstances. It is your attitude that enables you to see opportunities instead of obstacles. If you have a healthy financial mindset, you understand you have the freedom to spend your hard-earned money the way you like. At the same time, you can tell yourself no to some things to save more. Many people do not have a solid understanding of what they should do with their money because of their poor mentality. To a large extent, it is not their fault. The problem is how our minds have been wired since we were young. For instance, we are told that all we need to do to have a good life is work hard in school, secure a job, work diligently, and try to save cash. At face value, this advice appears sound. However, it is misleading because it makes many people believe that income from employment is enough. Kiyosaki believes that working for wages is the wrong mindset and will not take you far. It is hard to build wealth if you rely on employment as your only source of income. For most employees, their earnings are just enough to pay their bills. Investing in an asset that will give you a regular flow of passive income is essential. You can use your salary as a stepping stone. Understanding all this requires you to change your viewpoint about finances. It is the most important rule that successful investors follow. Understand the type of earnings. Many people think that the source of money does not matter, provided it is legitimate. However, this notion is wrong. It is essential to understand the different kinds of earnings because their outcomes are different. The three most common types of earnings you can earn are ordinary, portfolio, and passive incomes. Ordinary income is what you earn as an employee. It means that you have to work to make a living. The drawbacks of this kind of earning are many. You are overt taxed, and the tax is deducted before you receive your salary. Being an employee means that you have little or no control over your working hours and remuneration. Most of your productive hours belong to your employer. It is essential to plan to not depend on your employment for the rest of your life. Portfolio income comes from your investments in paper assets such as money markets. This type of earning means that your cash investment generates more returns through yield, capital gains, and interest. As an investor, you pay lower taxes than an employee. Also, you have more control over your portfolio, unlike when employed. The level of returns depends on the financial education you possess. On the flip side, market fluctuations and economic downturns expose you to risk. Again, you can see why financial education is essential. Passive income refers to cash you can make without putting in much effort. Your initial work or investment is enough to give you lifetime earnings. For this reason, this kind of earning involves the system you have established generating returns for you. For example, writing a book will reward you with royalties for the rest of your life. The same applies to any other intellectual property. Rental properties, both commercial and residential, also fall under this category. With this type of earning, you have absolute control over your earnings, time, and taxes. From the foregoing, it is clear that passive income is the best. Turn your salary into residual income. Kiyosaki argues that relying on what you earn from your job is wrong. He instead advocates for other revenue streams. The pros and cons of each are clear testimony. Diversifying the source of your earnings is even better. Having a diversified source of income increases your chances of financial success. Converting your salary to passive revenue comes down to reducing your spending as much as possible to save more cash. Then, you use your savings to acquire an asset that is capable of generating residual income. Is it all that simple? The answer is that it is easier said than done. You must make many sacrifices to successfully save money. For instance, you must ditch instant gratification and instead adopt delayed gratification to free up more cash for saving, even after you have saved enough cash. Financial intelligence is essential to ensure you invest your money in the right asset. Be an asset to your investment. You may think the risk to your investment comes from outside sources. The reality is that the investor poses the greatest risk. As an investor, your financial intelligence is what can make or break your investment. Kiyosaki emphasizes that financial education and experience are what give you an understanding of how to successfully invest. Your level of financial knowledge can make you an asset or a liability to your investment. Going into 2024, educate yourself on finances for better outcomes from your investing. Assess the risks and rewards before investing. Investing is not like gambling. According to Kiyosaki, investing is a strategic move that does not depend on chance or luck. That said, it is essential to avoid falling into the trap of being attracted to the promised high returns on investment, forgetting the investment risks. Many people have lost money because of this seemingly small oversight. It is essential to assess both risk and rewards before deciding to invest. Always go for the best deal. Remember, you can invest even when you don't have any cash on. You do this by raising cash from other people. It is a common strategy that many successful investors, such as Robert Kiyosaki, have used to finance their investments. Raising funds may not be a problem for you. The hardest part is finding the best deal. The best deal is the one that offers the lowest interest rate, has favorable repayment terms, and the repayment period is good enough. Step 2. Choose the best asset to invest in. Remember, knowledge without consistent application is useless. Armed with the strategies to implement as you prepare to kickstart your investment in 2024, it is only fair that I am enlightening you about the best assets to choose from. Again, we turn to the recent predictions by Kiyosaki. Considering the current economic landscape, the following are the safest investment instruments you should consider in the coming year. Gold and silver. Precious metals like gold and silver are among the most underrated investment opportunities. With the dollar struggling, seeking an alternative store of wealth is essential. The alternative ought to be not only state-stable but also profitable. Gold and silver offer you exactly that. These commodities insulate your investment from economic shocks. That is why Kiyosaki calls them God's money. As an aspiring investor, you need to choose assets that will give a hedge against investment risks such as inflation. Thank you for watching this video. We pride ourselves on creating insightful content on financial topics of great interest to you. Please support our channel by liking this video and clicking the subscribe button. Do let us know what you think about today's video in the comments section below. Also, turn on the notification bell to get alerts for our newest